This is the update to the video I made a while back with the Quikcrete Walk Maker, where I made a patio on the side of my deck. And I kind of showed you the steps of putting it together and using the locking sand and then sealing it. And so what I wanted to show is what the patio looks like after 2 years of wear and tear. So here you go. You can see that the color obviously has faded a little bit, and as that sealer has worn off, it's kind of lost its luster there. Also, the other thing I have is some cracking in between in that locking sand, and some of the the homemade pavers have kind of pulled away, and I've gotten some moss growing in between the different pavers here. So what I first did to kind of bring it back to life was I took my power washer, and obviously I cleaned everything off, and I used my electric one as opposed to the gas one because I was trying not to blow out that locking sand too bad, but I did. And you can see in some spots where there is some pockets where I kind of blew straight through it into the rock underneath there. Then I had one more bag left from before, and I used that joining sand, I guess I was calling it locking sand, but I used that joining sand to fill it back in. So I kind of was going over top of what was already there, and ultimately I'll show you how that may have been a mistake, and maybe I should have blown it all the way out. So my goal was to get this thing kind of back in order. I had to get together where I wanted it to look good, so I was able to kind of reseal all back around the stone, and then I wet it down like I did before to kind of set that joining sand and to kind of re-establish a good hold in between it. And then I went right back over it with that wet look sealer, that cheapo Behr stuff that I used the first time, to kind of get a sheen on it, and you can see that I was able to kind of restore it back to its original glory, or at least, I don't know, 3/4 of the way there. So I think it looks pretty good. What I will mention though is, again, the downfall is that this joining sand doesn't join to itself. It joins in between the rocks, but it doesn't join really well on top of the second layer. So you can see how if I kind of chip at it, it kind of peels back, and you can see the moss and stuff underneath it. So I guess my thought is, if I get some time, I may need to take a power washer and really blow it all out and completely redo it and maybe reseal it. My other thought is maybe I need some type of algicide or something to keep that algae from building up along the sand in the future. So overall, I think it still turned out to be a decent project. It looks 90% of what it was 2 years later, and I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching.